all around Gosfield this evening. My first guests in the studio tonight. I'm very pleased to introduce you to them. They are Beata, Pisarska-Piesse and Glen Piesse, and they are from Gosfield Shopping Village. Good evening to you both.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Lovely to have you here. Now, Glen, I would like to hear first off, if someone listening to this is thinking, shopping village, describe to us exactly what it looks like, because it's not sort of Freeport might spring to the imagination, but it is a very different beast to Freeport, isn't it?
Very different. It's a converted farm site, spread over about an acre. We have one large barn that's been converted and holds 12 shop units with a big mixture of items to buy in there. Second barn, which has about 160 cabinets in, lots of small items. We have a converted stable, which is the home to the saddler's tea room, and a few more bits of furniture and small items. Field at the back, where you might see a caravan rally, you may see a balloon takeoff.
Oh, nice. Good surroundings for that, I should imagine, if you get the balloon up on a lovely day, like this afternoon.
We have the duck pond, which is always active, it seems, throughout the year. Plenty of car parking.
Lots going on.
Lots undercover.
I saw a photo earlier of Tim Wonnacott opening one of your premises in 2006. So that was when the conversion happened, right? Before that, as you say, Glenn, it was just farmland, and then it has been converted into this wonderful place. How did you two get involved with all this?
So we first moved there in March 2008 with Polecraft, which was Beata's business with lots of lovely handmade Polish arts and crafts, all artists and craftsmen that Beata knows personally. And we were there in March 2008. There was a change of management shortly after that, and we started getting involved in the day-to-day running. And then January 2012, we took over. We now run the whole site.
Wow.
We have about 120 dealers. We run everything from a whole shop to just a cabinet. And that's why we have such a wide variety of things on offer. Just fit every pocket. And yes, it's a very interesting place. We've also had the good fortune, we've been on the Antique Road trip 5 times so far.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And
you're regulars.
Yes, and they'd be more than welcome to come back if they're listening. If they're listening and want to do some more filming, yes. There've been 2 repeats recently, and again, we've seen lots of new visitors just on the strength of that.
Yeah, so there's that direct correlation between the show airing and people coming to see you.
Every time when they show again, is a new bunch of people coming, so jump number, to 150.
Wow.
Visitors per day when it's on the show.
Nice.
So last week we've been very, very busy.
Yeah, and I suppose half term this week is also probably quite helpful. Beata, tell me a little bit more about your the shop that you had then. What sort of things were you involved in?
It's the shop how we started. It's Polecraft Limited, or shop itself called Art Inspiration. It's all about promoting Polish art and craft. Of course, with time, we had more and more craftsmen and artists who wanted to join Polecraft, but they've been living here, not necessarily Polish. For this reason, we started Gosfield Gallery, which is for local artists, all different nations, whoever live in Essex. But about Polecraft is over 50 different artists and craftsmen involved. Everything is handmade, all original paintings by professional artists. So shop number 10.
the item that often catches visitors' eyes is the 3-player chess set.
Oh yeah, that's rather unusual then, isn't it? I've never seen anything like that.
It's original Polish idea. You have to see it. It's a chess for 3 players. And a professor from Krakow University, he introduced to the world in 80s. So it's the only place where you can buy is Polecraft.
Wow, okay, well, next time I come along I shall have to come and have a little look at that. How has it been being in a place like Gosfield, where I've said in the little introduction there's so much going on and lots of visitors coming? What is the sort of reception like for you in the village? Are you quite welcomed there?
I think so. I mean, there is a public right of way. Lots of the locals walk their dogs through the fields. We're always happy to see the boats coming up. As Buzz said, the gallery was set up in March 2013. It's been booked every month ever since, and we've got a programme that stretches out till February next year, with just one gap at the moment in June this year. So at the moment we have the winners of our 2019 Open Exhibition displaying. Next weekend we'll be setting up with a gentleman called Rob Price and his photography, and he'll be having a preview on the afternoon of Saturday the 2nd. We will be having a live music event on Sunday, July the 21st, from about 1 till 3, and we delighted to say we have a gentleman by the name of Noel McCullough coming to sing with a supporting band. He's a superb talent, so we're really looking forward to that.
Wow, so there's so much on offer. It's not like just one of those places that you just go to for a potter around. You're really offering lots in terms of events and that kind of thing.
Yeah, we always try to find some new entertainment, I would say. So it's one of things which is, again, it's like live music is free of charge. The other free of charge things, we have a wishing tree. And the end of our big field, which we are renting for balloons or caravanning, there is a about 350 years old oak tree, and we move this. There is a lovely bench you can sit because it's a distance to walk, and it's a wishing tree, as a box with a piece of
some labels,
some
pens.
Yes, and people hung this wishing on the tree. And I had some information from people that it's working.
Oh, that's
this is very sweet.
It's the Gosfield magic, I reckon. It couldn't happen anywhere else. Wonderful. We'll come back to you in just a second. Lots more to talk about when it comes to both the shopping village and the charity work that Beata and Glenn do. You are listening to BBC Essex. It is just gone 7:15, and that means it's time for a look at the roads and the rails.
Travel news from BBC Essex.
First off tonight on the M. Before then, though, we are, of course, as I say, all about Gosfield. My guests in the studio for this first part of the programme are Beata Pisarska-Piesse and Glenn Piesse, and they are from Gosfield Shopping Village, but they also do something rather interesting, which we'll talk about in just a moment. We were saying, Glenn and Beata, that the shops of the shopping village are numerous. Are there any sort of particularly standout ones that you want to mention this evening?
If we do a run round the shop barn, we have Tony and Marilyn trading as number one. Nice selection of furnishing, soft toys, all sorts in there. Some mini cabinet rooms. We then have Paul Arnold with his collectibles, Lord's Farm Shop, Divers Antiques by Paul and Peter, Mr. Bojangles Record Shop, and Roy will be familiar to some of the listeners from Vintage Vinyl.
Yeah, Mark Punter's Vintage Vinyl on a Sunday.
Phil and Tracy P&T Curios, another nice selection of antiques, Polcraft, Gosfield Gallery, and S&R Antiques, Sue and Rob, again another nice selection of furnitures and china.
And Chestnut Mare.
And Chestnut Mare, which shares the Saddler's Tea Room.
Ah, okay, that was a very good memory test. I feel like you've passed with flying colours there, because in the heat of the moment you don't want to forget someone, do you? I did mention there in my little sort of reintroduction that you are both involved with a really important cause that's very close to your heart. So Beata, tell us a little bit about the Barbara Pisarska Trust.
It was set up in 2000 in the name of my mum, who was working for 46 years in a children's home, and all her life, as well as mine, was involved with the children for children's home. And when we set up charity, it was to help her we invited children.
We collected a lot of English books to help with language studies. We had 2 children come and they spent 2 weeks at the Anglo-European School in Ingatestone, joining the lessons there.
And so through the time we've been doing such things. Unfortunately, 10 years ago my mum passed. I didn't want to close charity. I wanted to continue her idea.
Of course.
And her idea was such way that as well as she was working in children's home, every summer for 20 years, she was arranging a summer camp for children, which was organized such way that, she had money for the place where they stay, but there was no money for entertainment, tickets, anything like that. So what she was doing, she was going to companies and say, I have 120 children, and I need to create time for them for 2 months. Oh, we don't have money. Yes, but you have tickets. You have tickets for zoo, theater, bus, trams, whatever. And this was working. So most of the time, there was no money involved. And so I picked this idea to work with, continue the charity. And I had this idea with teddy bears. So what I was asking, and quite successful, people who are visiting Gosfield Shopping Village to donate teddy bears. And every time almost when I come to shop number 10, Art Inspiration, I find behind the desk supply of teddy bears. The biggest support we get from shop number 1, Tony and
Tony
Mary.
Mallett, shop number 1, is superb, the number they've given to us. And also a big thank you to Diana from Whittam, who I think is now known as the Teddy Bear Lady of Whittam. She's provided so many.
So altogether we managed to give over 600, I think, teddy bears.
I think the number's higher.
It's a conservative estimate.
Yes, and of course main problem was with transport. For sometimes I was just traveling with 2 huge suitcases full
and
of
you're
teddy
trying
bears.
to get like 600 teddy bears out to Poland.
Well, it was quite difficult, and until moment when Delicatessen Kubuś, Polish shop in Braintree, they offer help with transport. So big lorry was third transport in December. That time they managed to transport 350 teddy bears. So we are ready for next visits. And what is unusual, we don't just deliver teddy bears to the place. This is adoption process. So when I said I give 600 teddy bears, it means I met 600 children. Every single teddy bear has a label with name of the child, and children are choosing name for teddy bear, and they promise to take care of teddy bears. And it's very important for children that these teddy bears are coming from England. So because places we visited, they are small villages forgotten by everybody, or places for disabled children. So this is like hope coming from the other world.
Amazing. Coming all the way from Gosfield.
Yeah.
Not that they will necessarily have heard of Gosfield before they get the bear,
but it's all thank you for all people who involved, and everything is charitable. So it's all of volunteers. Nobody is paid. Everybody do for fun, for feeling better.
And it does sound like you've had really good support from the people of Gosfield.
Absolutely.
Yes, we do. Yes.
Amazing. Wonderful. So if people would like to donate a teddy bear, I suppose they can pop along to the shopping village and just leave it for you, as you say.
Very welcome, yes.
Is there any other good ways of doing that?
I think that's
this is
the
the
best
best way, yes, to visit Gosfield, Gosfield Shopping Village, and live in a cabinet room or shop 10, and we will transport them to Poland and find the places to deliver and give teddy bears. As you see from a brochure, we visited quite a lot of places. On the way, it's my dream that this will spread to other countries. For now, it's just Poland, but I have some promises that from Lithuania and Ukraine, but we'll see how this will go.
Yes, take it step by step.
Yeah, step by step. But so far, say about Bieszczady, we've been...
I mean, they've been to many places in Poland. Bieszczady, that's in the very southeast corner, yes. I mean, that's a good day's travel from Warsaw. And at this point, we should thank Ala and Bożena in Poland. Ala finds all the places that we deliver the bears to. Bożena runs a business. When she hears Beata is coming, she just takes the day off, puts a vehicle at Beata's disposal, and drives them wherever in Poland. And she won't even take petrol money from us.
So many kind-hearted people that you've found as a result of this. It must fill you with, joy that this is happening. You're bringing that joy.
It's uplifting. It's really good. And if you see children faces, or even we've been in one place in Sadowa for adult disabled people, and this was absolutely great experience because they explain to us how important are labels, for example, attached to teddy bears, because they know that this teddy bear belonged to them, to one of each,
Yeah.
and nobody will take this teddy bear from them, what's happened before.
No, wonderful. Okay, well, it's been marvellous to speak to both of you. I hope that people listening are sort of encouraged to have a little visit to Gosfield Shopping Village and maybe bring a teddy bear if they can. Beata, Pisarska-Piesse and Glenn Piesse, thank you so much for your time this evening. Great to meet you both. I do have another Gosfield guest